Welcome back to Bazaar. I'm Inko, and today I learned a lesson about the healing bird. I never try to say his name, I just call him Bird because he's the only bird. But just this once, I'll try. The Owashiwali bird, however it's pronounced, is a generically good pig item. It can be one of the better defensive items on any board that includes properties. It's fast for a matchbox. And when I clicked small enchanted item in this run and I got shielded bird as what I viewed to be my best option, I was pretty down on the guy. You'll hear me talk a lot of shit about this bird in the first half of the run. Because frankly, I did not think it was worth 12 gold and 3 income, not even close. I thought it was going to be fine, but not good enough to justify picking it over income. And I was horribly wrong about that. This bird more or less put the run on its back. No, to be fair, I gave this bird everything. Basically, if I was given an option to make the bird stronger or do something else, I buffed the bird. But I was shocked at how strong a shielded bird can be if you really heavily invested in it. And guest starring in this run is also like Matchbox and Cold Room, doing a lot of disgusting bird stall things in the background. But very genuinely, this run is entirely about shielded bird and just how hard he can carry a run. I have never seen a defensive option go as hard as this bird does. At least one that doesn't scale. Like sure, Fixer Upper and Cove, they scale up to crazy starting values. And there are other things that can scale up more in combat. But this bird doesn't ever scale in combat. It's not getting permanent out of combat scaling. It's just good enough baseline beginning to end and carries me straight to a diamond victory. I was genuinely shocked at how well it performed, and I think you will be too. Anyway, here's the run. All right, new pig run, new game. Historically, I've repeatedly said I think income is the best thing to do, and on pig it's the most important. I don't like gold tier skill on pig, he has a lot of bad skills. I don't really like enchanted item that much. It could be insane with specifically matchbox, but all the other items kind of feel bad. Additionally, with pig, I've said on every champion that generally small enchanted items are not win conditions. With pig though, that's kind of less true. Most small enchanted items are not win conditions, but if you hit shiny or fiery, then you can kind of incorporate them into a matchbox build and just go out on 10 wins. So there's a slightly higher high roll, I think, with pig than with most heroes. I'm gonna go enchanted item. I'm feeling spicy. I don't think it's ever right. Turbo Steam Ladle, haste 1 for 1. Wow! Insane. See, this is like the whole argument I just made. Look at this trash. Is any of this worth 3 income, let alone 3 income, 12 gold? No, not at all. The bird is by far the best item here. If I get something like endurance, I can scale it and actually use it meaningfully. I'm just going to upgrade it immediately. I'm not going to Kina. I could have gone to Kina. There's a shot at things like Matchbox rewards card. She has good items. But I feel like if I'm going to win day 1, and you need to win early games if you're using stuff like enchanted items, you do not want to go to day 15 when the bird matters the least, that I need to upgrade this so it actually does something on day 1. Normally I would take Inglet here, but with the bird, I'm gonna go Haunted Komodo for a 50%, no, a 66% at scrap to scale up the bird just a little bit. That said, this fight will be waiting for Sandstorm because we're both completely pacifists. So while we wait for the Sandstorm to get here, I'd like to remind you, if you aren't subbed to the channel, you can sub for more daily Bazaar content just like this. And if you could hit the like button whenever you leave the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. Stuff like that really does boost up the channel, the algorithm, and it really does help the channel grow. I do really, genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, the Sandstorm's finally here, the fight's finally over. Let's see if we actually scale our bird or if we get 2 gold. There's really not a miss here. Happy with that. I think that's better than Scarf. I'm gonna go Quicksell over 4 gold.
It's terrifying.
That's really not what I want to see. Not gonna sell it yet. I could go Barcode on my next vendor.
Sell things so I can buy things. Huge things.
I can't roll that. It's so much money. I'm gonna take Abandoned Chest for the chance of duping down the line, even though it's not useful right now at all. And I'm gonna go lose my day 1 fight, I guess, because my starting enchanted item was a prank. Also because I skipped Kina like an asshole, that's part of it.
Noticed I'm huge?
Shield Core, Obsidian, Copper Ed, Hamlet. Copper Ed's quite slow, Shield Core's only at silver. Or sorry, not at silver, it's only at bronze. I might win this, because I clear the poison. It's Obsidian Copper Ed? Oh, it tracks the poison though, so the damage isn't scaling. I probably lose this, but it does come down to increments. Like, I might manage to tie, depending on whether or not I get any effect out of the healing values. It looks like my heals, like nothing on my board will trigger during Sandstorm and I just lose, which is sad. Hey, we still tie. I would like to thank Pig's starting 50 health lead, because otherwise I lose that. The run looks a lot better with a day 1 win, but it's still not looking good. I just have nothing going for me. I'm just in the hole because of my starting option choice. And I feel that is so often the case. I want the 4 gold, but I also really want an ATM. I'm not using it Laddle at this. Fucking oof. I'm gonna take the weights.
Free. I like the exercise.
If you're not
What can
ready
we
for
get
the
at bronze
mindset,
that fixes
I'm not
this?
sure where else to send you.
I'm gonna take staying power because we're currently a weights build, and it is meaningfully important on weights that when they trigger, they immediately heal for 5 and go down a second in cooldown if things are going well. There's a very good chance I'm about to upgrade the weights, and I do not like that at all.
Profit 10.
Okay, we're upgrading the weights.
You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
I don't think I reliably beat Rogue Scrapper without upgrading these. And with that upgrade, I can't imagine losing. It's just such a sad state of affairs. What's your starting enchanted item? Oh, you know. An item I didn't want to run anyways got shield scaling now. It's not bad. Bird's genuinely a good item. It's just that Bird is generally like the 5th most important item on a Matchbox board. It's not that it doesn't fit into good builds, it's just that even in good builds, it's not the reason I'm playing the build. It's just like a piece of the puzzle. But thankfully, this at least massively improves a weights matchup against Burn. It helps me stay shielded and at max health for overheal charging. It's not awful. It opens up weights a lot more than it otherwise would have been in the early to mid game. Is it good? No. I had to wait for Sandstorm to kill Rogue Scrapper. It's not good.
And you'll win.
But it's better than it could be. You can low roll harder than this. I want to go to Kima. I do. Are you Kima? Is that your name? Irma. But I just have to take 2 income here. Got a toy for Tiny Furry Monster. I'm not leveling up if I don't do this. But it means I don't have items to put on my board here.
Treasures I'll put here.
I can get a bronze tier item and just slap it on my board. Sick. We got it. If I'm winning, my fastest item is the weights. I'm probably not winning, but hey, let's believe. Let's hope.
Warn you.
I don't know. There's a lot of Vanessas that low roll and don't have a board. A lot of Vanessas that have finite ammunition. I'm not just dead. Treb is one of the scarier things I can see because I'm probably dead to Burn now. I don't know if I am. Fiery makes this so much scarier than it otherwise would be. But I do have 2 heals. And he runs out of ammo here. I have to live through this part, which is the hard piece. I think I've got this. Yeah, after this, the trap does nothing. We win. We stabilize and win. Good, good, good. I don't know how critically important the bird was to this, but it seemed important. I don't know. I feel like I'd have gotten down to maybe 200 health and still won if the bird just wasn't even on the board. I'm at 450 health. I was like basically at full health. Yeah, if the bird wasn't there, I still fucking hell. I'm actually shocked. This guy has fiery, pop snappers, cannon, treb, and it just doesn't do anything. Like even with a skill. God, treb is not in a good spot, is it? By the grace of God, we've got 2 wins. I don't feel like I've really earned them. There's not so much a weapon I'm looking for here. Chocolate bars aren't very good, and I'm certainly not going to lose income. I can just get a crook and transition to a crook build. Anything with multicast is good with the weights. All right, I know I said anything with multicast. I'm sorry, I lied. Bronze Regal Blade is a bit late. I don't have the economy to know I'm going to get it going. I don't want to spend guaranteed upgrades on it. I will take this flail
When you carry my weapon,
and this
I'll
Alani,
fight alongside you.
but I'm not picking up that Regal Blade. That shit's bait. I don't believe it all. We have non-weapon items versus lost crates. I don't really care about the upgrade hammer. I want to find like an ATM.
Peace.
I'll take a cash register for sure. Don't care about that other stuff. Hey, it's Matchbox and Hot Stones. So right now, my remaining 2 item slots are this flail. To put in Matchbox and Hot Stones, I actually don't even need to make that choice because I can just replace the boomerang. I do want them. But that means I have to put the crit on something. Well, it's not really a choice. I'm putting it on the Matchbox. I'm not crazy. And then we also pick up the Hot Stones. There's an argument like Bushel's really good with a shielded bird, but like it needs Bushel, bird, multiple properties. That's an entire board. It's not actually good. Aetherytes, 5 seconds, 7 seconds, weird intervals, good defenses. I should beat Aetherite no problem.
I've got a lot of work to do, but this'll be fun.
Say what you will about bird, and I'll say a lot of mean things about this bird. It is a lot of defenses. It gives me time to scale with something weak like weights, even against something that is threatening if left unchecked like an Aetherite. The build's still not good. I don't like what I'm doing at all, but it's functional, which is all you really need on day 3 most of the time. Sometimes your opponents are just absolutely cracked and they come in with a full Crow's Nest Cutlass build on day 3. But usually, something jank like this is good enough. Killed it before Sandstorm too. We're doing a lot better than we did yesterday. Economics Seminar. I don't have an upgrade hammer, making Andy a little bit less appealing than he might be. I've got exactly 4 gold, which is the amount this thing cost. I got a skill. Got the worst skill in the game. And an item that does literally fucking nothing.
More is more, I always say.
That's pretty sad. My reasonable choices here are upgrade cash register for effectively 2 income or get a skill. Basically all the skills are good, so I'm gonna get a skill.
Next time, I might surprise you.
Leftmost heal plus 20, normally not very good. Right now, I'm gonna say good enough.
There are greater trainers than me. I'm just getting you ready for them.
B1, B2 for the cash register seems fine to me. I don't have a reason to get rid of the piggy bank yet, so I'm not doing it. Like, theoretically, I can find synergy for just selling a bunch of shit. I've already got it, so it's not, like, completely wasted. I'm considering using the wings before the fight, but, like, if you use wings on Matchbox, I kind of feel like Matchbox just goes off after 4 item uses. And it never gets under 3. Like, you have to get 25% CDR on this thing before it actually does something. But that's doable. And right now, if I'm anything, I'm a Matchbox build, so I'm going to try. Are we strong? No. We're an incredibly jank confused build. We are halfway a weights Matchbox scaling burn defense build and halfway a weapon scaling weights build. We're simultaneously in between 2 camps, which is a bad place for a build to be, but also really executing well on both halves of it, so it's hard to say. Crow's Nest wide. Thank God I upgraded the bird and got the bird skill. We're gonna fucking need it. Oh, double crit, huh? Nice. Very average. Well, he's out of ammo, so I'm gonna be fine, but I did not enjoy that.
You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
He died alarmingly quickly. Was not expecting that. I was taking a drink, wondering what I should say next. Oh, did I fix my inventory for a cash register? I didn't need to, we're fine. Cinders for Matchbox is just generically good. I like the money as well. It's Ayla. Gotta be honest, Ayla, I don't really want weapons. I'd like to play the Matchbox thing with this bird, but I'm comparing it to just like go docks and get a random tool. It's not good, but I'm gonna do it. Huh. Weird. I don't think I have any use for that, but I have to think about it. No, I don't. I can get rid of that immediately. Put the boomerang in. We have 600 base health. I have no regen. I'm gonna edit me out stumbling through the math for like a minute trying to figure out if I can kill Flame Juggler, because I'm doing the math wrong, and I can tell looking back at the footage that I know I'm doing the math wrong. I'm trying to figure out why I kill Flame Juggler, because I know deep down that I do, but the math is telling me that I don't. And eventually I say, it looks to me like I just barely die right before these go off a second time. It's really close. I'm not convinced I live. I'm not gonna risk it. And I go somewhere else instead. And the reason that you kill Flame Juggler, the thing I was forgetting that I couldn't articulate where I knew I was wrong, is because it's a shielded bird. I obviously live. I shield for an additional 55, and also that halves like 2 to 3 ticks of burn. So yeah, just clearly bad math and went to the wrong fight here. So I'm gonna go Boiler Room Brawler for a chance at a very early energy potion, I guess. If I can find this with a boomerang, I'm guaranteed to get ammo on it eventually, and that gives me an incredibly strong item to pursue. Like, normally full board haste is just not a thing Pig gets to do. I've already got the matchbox. Oh wait, is my matchbox bronze or silver? I can't tell on this board, because all my stuff's just permanently glowing. Oh, I see, it's glowing blue because I'm hovering an item. It's showing what it would affect. Okay, it's only a bronze matchbox. It's still possible to do, although incredibly unlikely, as I don't currently have a hammer, and I'm about to be on day 5. So, not much time left to find the second one. Oh, well, speak of the devil, I guess I got the hammer. Okay, this goes in for the fight. I hold the hammer. The rest of this doesn't matter to me. So I can continue to let the piggy bank eat things. It doesn't hurt me. Get a weapon's not good. I want to go medium items.
No sale. I want what's right for you.
Is Ganjo ever in? It's double effect on the bird, and I've got a flail, right? Like, I can just drop these things, move it like this. I think that's better.
I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought
Oof.
it was weird.
Every time I see Snowmobile, it breaks my heart a little. And I'm officially out of room for shit. I'm gonna check what the next story is, because if it's Barcoon, I'd rather lose 1 trigger on the piggy bank for nothing. Your heal items have plus 20 heal flat. When you crit, your heal items gain 10 heal. Your weapons have 10% crit. I don't like it. It's not what you would call a good skill, but I don't want to spend 4 gold for something that might be worse.
There are a lot of steps in this staircase, but it's beautiful up there.
No Barcoon, so we just need to toss this now. Fins for max health is perfectly fine. Getting healing is also just generically good with the situation I'm currently in. What is Sylvia selling that I really desperately want? See, that's the neat part. I don't think she is. So I'm going to take plus heal here. The very rarely seen plus heal at Fen. And before the fight, I need to sell these to make room for my next set of coins. Honestly, I feel strong. Like, I might just die to a poison or a crazy burn build. But generally speaking, I think most finesses fail to kill me quickly and then just die. Another Wide Crow's Nest. Is this the same guy? Wide Crow's Nest is very rare. I didn't see the previous guy's skills. I'm assuming this is a different guy because I don't remember Deadly Vanessa's amulet. He's at 100% crit thanks to it. Thank God for Shielded Bird, I guess. Otherwise, I'd just be dead already, but I don't know if it's going to be enough anyway. It looks like it's enough. Yep, Shielded Bird giving me the defenses I needed to win this one. For all the smack I talked, I've managed to create a pretty good defense scaling build around it.
Another round.
How much damage should he deal? I think Bird mattered this time. I think we're getting to a point where it's doing something. The Bird generated 1100 health, more than doubled my health, more than twice the output of the succulents. I don't even have a property yet. Good job, Bird. Alright, I guess I'm going to go Andy. We're gonna find a matchbox and go straight to the moon, right?
Mine is highly
I do like all of those items, I will admit. So I'll toss 3 and buy the whole lot. Oh, I don't actually need to make 3. I'm just bad at the game. Happens to everyone, I guess. I hope. That's a less appealing set of items for sure. Oh wait, there's no reason to upgrade that instead of a coin. What am I doing? Alright, toss a coin. I don't actually have a reason to buy and sell a hatchet. Like, you do in case you find a second hatchet, I guess. But it's not doing much.
For your size.
Should have held that for Raccoon. I'm just playing badly. Don't care about those items, though. I have no reason to care at all. Pearl's Dig Site versus Midsworth. Midsworth is a chance at a matchbox. It's my last chance. I'm like running out of time there. He's also a chance at anything to scale with into the late game. That's all trash. I will take a Crystal Bonsai. Do I take a fixer-upper here?
I mean, help you.
At first, I thought the answer was obviously no. Just like a day 5 fixer-upper with only a silver rewards card feels a little bit hard to scale. It immediately causes stash space problems. I really don't think fixer-upper is the angle I want to take here. Ooh, do I actually beat Scoville? Bird generates a lot of shield. I definitely drop Hot Stones for Crystal Bonsai on this fight. I don't know that I beat Scoville here. It's 2 experience. The issue is I'm just hitting him with a flail, and that means I have to survive like 21 seconds. That assumes the 3rd flail hit kills him, and that's a pretty big assumption. I think if I had found like an ATM at some point, I might have confidence, but having missed it, I can't take that fight. I believe Kyber Commander's skill is very, very good. Yeah. Counter-Strike's just an incredible skill. Getting Insect Wings helped me try to get a matchbox under 3 seconds. Obviously, the Junkyard Lance is fine at 6 gold, but there are 3 fairly big misses here. There are 4 hits and 3 complete whiffs. There is no middle ground on Kyber Commander. Yeah, with the amount of shield I have and the amount of time it takes to kill, because like the 21-second attack would not be killing Scoville. He has a lot more health. Does he? I was at minus 31. Let me check that. That's very good. Yeah, there's a 500 health difference there, so I would not have killed Scoville on that attack. But getting Counter-Strike, like if I knew going in what the reward would be, I think I'd have picked this enemy. Tools and give a weights upgrade. If I'm gonna play weights, it's good to have better weights. And give a crook, I wouldn't transition to crook. It would have to be a gold crook to convince me. It could give me a hatchet, which generates a small amount of economy, nothing crazy. I'm gonna go there because I've got the rewards card at silver. I don't know that I'm rolling here ever. Gold Globe, day 5. We always buy and sell the hatchet, it just generates gold to do so. When you never hold a gold hatchet, at that point it's no longer helping. The issue for me here is, do I think Steam Ladle means dropping the flail is worth it, switch to purely defensive scaling on the Ganjo, and just run more faster items with the marbles? The flail's pretty bad. I think I actually just straight up need to have a faster build here. I'm not thrilled about this, but I think it's my best option. I'm gonna hold that hammer until the next day. I want to have every chance I can to get a duped matchbox. Spending all my gold on Globe sort of sucks. And it creates an immediate stash space problem that I have to solve. I'm still doing it. Like, the solution is I'm pretty sure bronze items stop showing up on day 6. So I'll just use my hammer before the day takes over. One way or another. Hey, Curio. I can't go Curio for a chance at Salamander Pup when I just have guaranteed scaling here, right? Oh, good random loot item, though. I think maybe I do go Curio. +3 burn on this is just so much more burn. Cooldown reduction's relevant. I'm trying to get it under 3. The defenses on Fins are just too big, man. Like, the defense scaling here is the reason I think I have a chance of beating any weapon Vanessa. I've got to take this. And I have to give up on the matchbox dupe, unfortunately.
That's quality.
It's not where I want to be at the end of day 5, but I'll take my 4 wins and be happy about it. Now let's see if we actually deal enough burn for this shit to work.
Like other Jabarians.
Go ahead. Underestimate me.
Build would be so much better with his second matchbox. Like, incomparably better. This build doesn't fucking do anything. I should win. Is there scaling I'm not seeing? Not really. So the whole question is how much burn do we deal? And yeah, with Matchbox on its own, it wouldn't be enough. But with Hot Stones and Steam Ladle, even though they're both individually pretty bad burn items, they're still speeding up the Matchbox, adding more burn to the pile. And this is enough. My opponent also does nothing, and I too have scaling shield. I think the bird is better than the barrel. So even though he has a cheat death, oh, we're not even gonna be waiting for Sandstorm. This is just enough burn to kill him through the barrel. Okay. I was not expecting that, to be honest with you.
Next
That's a
time,
damn
boys,
good sign.
Less blunder, more plunder.
Still nowhere where I want to be, but you don't need a second matchbox if you can find an Ice Luge. And Ice Luges do start showing up on day 5, so maybe we still have hope. Spear Change, Gumballs, Heal, and Regen. I think that is a Heal and Regen shop because it gives +2 gold. I don't care about Gumballs.
Hey, good to see ya.
Cold Room. When you freeze, gain 6 regen. Freeze 2 items for 1 second every 10. When your enemy uses an item, charge this 1 second. At the current point in the build, I feel like Ganjo and Weights are basically indistinguishable. Although Weights can be faster in several matchups. And that is like the main thing to care about. Cold Room's gotten nerfed a lot. But that's at gold, and the big thing is that it's tremendously worse at silver. I think at gold I can take it. I've also got the bird, which is a big deal. Restorative Kukri is funny, but unhelpful. Wait, why is this here? Oh, it's a regen item. I did not realize that. So the question on my end is whether or not it's worth rolling here. What am I looking to find? I feel like Cold Room was the big hit, and I'm pretty broke now. I was originally coming here because like I could see 1 page to maybe upgrade these items on the front. I wasn't planning on rolling here, and I think I'm definitely not rolling now that I've got in Cold Room. Middle's pretty terrible, to be honest with you. There are 5 new bad items available at middle. If I got a diamond Cold Room though, that would be pretty hype. Gold Weights also wouldn't be bad. And I would really like an ATM, to be honest with you. And I'm willing to roll for those things. It is the Sauna. When you burn, heal 10 and gain 1 regen for the fight. Which is an interesting bit of synergy with the Weights. Because I'm at full health, when I burn, I'll charge this. The problem with it is that it's a very slow item for Matchbox. And obviously we never use... I don't know how to pronounce this word. We never use the charcoal pit because burn equal to this item's value every 8 seconds when you sell a property gain to value. Like that's just, you could invest all game into this and have a 400 burn charcoal pit at the end of the run and it still just wouldn't be a good item because at that point you have the world's highest investment flamethrower. So congrats, you spent all run building 1 item. I don't see how Sauna ever fits in the build with the Weights, and I think the Weights are actually an important part of the build, so I am going to pass.
You leave it behind, someone else finds it. It all works out.
I don't think I can kill Infernal, but maybe I can. We have Interruption. It doesn't use many items, so the Cold Room's actually pretty bad. But we have a ton of shield from the bird now. Probably not enough shield from the bird. I want to fight something I know I'm going to beat so that I can use the Crystal Bonsai as also part of the problem. 1900 health just takes me a while to burn through this guy. And then when I look at his items, it's like, yeah. The Fireclaw starts off at burn 45. So the second time this hits me, it's going to be insanely high damage. I basically have 14 seconds before things get really bad. I don't imagine I build up anywhere near enough burn for that to be okay. Maybe I'm underestimating the build. If I am, egg on my face. Zookeeper has a Salamander pup, so of the 2 remaining, we're gonna go fight the Zookeeper. Don't really care about Toxic Friendship or anything else he has, really. We're just here for when you sell this, your leftmost item gains +4 burn. Yeah, the cold room's just a little bit slow now. It needs to be a little bit slow maybe, but I wish they had kept it at 8 seconds. I just don't like seeing double nerfs. It was so insanely broken that maybe it deserved it. Did we beat Infernal? How long was that? That was less than 18 seconds. Oh, he only has 900 health. Contain your hype. You did not beat Infernal. Oh, I was fighting a much weaker enemy and I still hadn't sold my boomerang. I got it in my head that I had. I'm just a goof. I was planning on selling it and didn't. They aren't the same thing. I feel like if I go to pole, the only thing I'm looking for is private hot springs, which makes it a pretty bad jump. But I'm also quite poor making Nufu a bad jump. And that doesn't really leave me with good options. I'm gonna go to pole and just look at the first item because I still get 4 gold out of my rewards card. Damn it, pole, why do you gotta do this to me? Alright, I'm a matchbox build, so I'm probably never gonna be able to use that boomerang effectively. I can't say no, I've gotta buy shipment when I see it. I saw 2 burn items and I got so hyped. Well, that's all useless. Down 6 gold. Upgrade a silver or lower tier item. Like, upgrading the weights might be better right now, but the weights are probably the next thing to get knocked out of the build. I don't actually value the weights at all. Matchbox is 1 burn. Marbles is a bit more slow, which is nice, but not really the end of the world. Hot stones are okay. They go to 5-5. I'm going silver tier skills. There are so many things more valuable than a hot stones upgrade.
Try oiling or new food.
Is 30 shield good enough? Do I want to roll? Yeah, I'll just take that. I'll just keep scaling the defenses on the bird and trying to go for diamond victory. I can go JJ here, but I think you just go mountain pass for the possible fight. C fight, quick fight, right? Eh. It's not the worst thing in the world because of apropos chapeau. Need to make some room. These items will never hit a board. The other 2 have a small chance. 2 wins on this pig makes me feel pretty good. My build's not bad. If he's matchbox, that feeds into my cold room, so it gives me an advantage.
Noticed? I'm huge.
It looks like matchbox to me. And he doesn't have second matchbox as indicated by the win rate. Apropos chapeau with shiny Halati and not much else to scale from it. I've got way better shield than him in a burn mirror, so I think I'm winning this. And yeah, his board feeding into my cold room is a tremendous advantage in this fight. It doesn't actually matter very much because my bird's just out shielding everything he's doing right now, so my reach-in doesn't matter, which is pretty funny. Despite having the insane counter tech for the matchup, it kind of didn't matter very much. So how many times did Cold Room go off in that fight? 6 times, almost as fast as the bird. We were at full health the whole time, so weights were pretty good too. Just crushing the mirror, that feels good. See, Ayla, the thing is, I don't actually want any weapon. Like, at all. There's none that interest me. The globe's been paying off big. I'm glad I managed to get that to fit. I think I go Docs for a tool and see what it gives me. I just don't care about any weapon. Well, that's not exactly going to change my outlook for the future. That's absolutely useless. Andy, I will happily hit, though.
The price. You can't afford it.
Matchbox upgrade is good. VIP pass is technically an economy item. This gets sold. I'm gonna stop pretending I'll ever use these items just to make my inventory management cleaner. So I'll upgrade this matchbox. I'm always buying the membership card because it's more experience down the line as well, due to the 3 XP option that unlocks at Bazaar Con. VIP pass will probably make money, but even holding it in the short term sucks. Take that happily, and this has to sit in my stash for a while to be break even. The real issue is that I don't have space to crack it open. I need to invest 10 gold into this so I get 5 items out of it for it to be break even. There's no way that's gonna work out. I don't even need to think about it. Let me double check Joyful Jack. Looking at Joyful Jack, when you heal, charge 1 poison item. That's not something I care about. So that is a treasure turtle every time. And I sold my boomerang for real this time, so I don't need to worry about that. It's just a really solid setup. Like, Shielded Bird's not great, but now that I've got Cold Room, by the two of them combined, it's a good enough defense setup. I don't like that I'm still running weights, but they're fine. Just between the weights, the staying power, the bird, and the regen, and maybe even the succulents a little. Sure, they're bronze succulents, but they've been here for a while. It's just good enough defenses for the Matchbox to go off and kill my opponent so far. I'm not convinced this goes 10 wins without finding something else. But if I find an Ice Luge, that's all the something else I'll ever need. Also, I have an incredibly good diamond upgrade with this on my board, so that's nice.
Somalians are pacifists.
Shield skills, weapon skills, gold skills. Can't imagine going shield skills just for the birds, so...
Tomorrow, if not this life.
Guess I'll lose 6 gold about it. I'm never gonna have a small number of items with a Matchbox build. I am a Matchbox build, I don't want lethargy. So I guess we're doing this. I've had my positioning wrong for a long time. No one talked to me about this. Anyway, Burn Spot does something. So we're taking it.
You will be ready for Adira's training.
See fight, click fight. Hey, we actually got a fight this time. We should beat Bouncertron, no problem.
Check failed. Initiating attack program.
I don't think he has anything I care about at all. This dude is 100% weapons. Like, he knows what he's about, and I can respect that, but it's just not for me. What is for me is 4 gold, 3 experience. I will take that every time. If I saw 4 gold, 3 experience at no cost, I'd click that every single day, or rather every single hour. And that's precisely why Mountain Pass is just being clicked over anything without even really thinking too hard about it.
Outfit acceptable.
Also, it's more than that, because I will be selling whatever he drops. Did I not use Crystal Bonsai in my fight just now? Man, I'm a dumbass, aren't I? Right, JJ, sell me the luge. Come on. I'm not entirely against Lemonade Stand. I just don't have the room for it. You'd never buy a second one of those. That's just ridiculous.
Maybe if I got better goods.
I need to make 2 space. Wouldn't you know it? That's not a problem. Undefeated Defense Pig versus undefeated Aggro Vanessa. Almost certainly. I'll be shocked if this is some sort of slow build. It could be Poison. Poison's a lot better than it used to be. No, it's just aggro with Bloodhound. Obsidian Revolver Water Wheel. I'll give you this. It's more interesting than I thought it would be. Glad I got the big bird, because otherwise I'd have a problem here. I will say though, Water Wheel's not doing good things for him in terms of the matchup versus Cold Room. I think we've got this thanks to the regen from Cold Room and the pure healing output on Bird. It is fucking scary though. That is a big pistol. He has a diamond strength, left-handed and right-handed, but never even got me low enough to trigger Bloodhounds. Just incredibly solid defenses. I'm sorry for talking shit, Shield Bird. I was right when I assessed it was my best option, but I apparently underestimated how good it can be. You just have to take like 5 skills to make it better. You just need to take heal power and frontal shielding and first responder and put a weights on your board, and then the Shield Bird is good. I guess I'm going economic items. Not sure what else I would do here.
Mr. Pygmalion.
Happy to upgrade that. I've got so much gold that I'm willing to roll here, even though there's not a ton that I really care about. There's enough game left for an ATM to be an easy pick. Honestly, it's probably already better to run the ATM than the weights. Just get the 3rd multicast off the bat. Like, the scaling doesn't do very much. It really doesn't. And generally speaking, if the matchup's a hard matchup at all, then weights will be worse than ATM. JJ, please, give me the Ice Luge.
And from
Sometimes I sell stuff.
I mean, I can't say no to a cheap upgrade on an item that's on my board, but it's not what I don't care, right? Who's excited about Steam Ladle? Model ship is cool, but I don't have any toys. So that'll be it. And I'm tossing the weights and committing to it. I can gain 4 income. It's kind of hard to take a silver loot item over that. Put this in, probably the last fight with this crystal bonsai. I'm not leveling up no matter what I do today. I'm gonna go for Bouncertron. A 1 experience event will level me if I hit that. And right now I'm actually behind pace to level up to 10 on day 10, just because I just haven't been offered shit for experience events. Yeah, there's nothing here. I just had a whole rant about this guy being useless for me. I'm great on gold and economy. I need to level up and get something. How does Cold Room enchant? Sorry, Bouncertron, I don't respect you. I have things to look up.
Welcome to the club.
It's got really good stuff for heavy and turbo. Restorative's also actually quite good. And anything that has a scaled amount scales to 10 times its regen. Oh no, not dots. Those are equal to regen. I don't know. This looks like it just enchants really well. And right now I'm doing a random enchant, so that sucks. Monster Ranch is such a good hit, but I don't get my enchant today if I don't click study. That's not true. I just don't get my enchant today. I need 4 experience. I only have 2 left. I have to get another experience event, which would be a fight. So I'm never leveling up today, which means I do click Monster Ranch. So obviously I want the 9% cooldown for a Matchbox or the 4% cooldown for everything, but like I was just saying, I really need to level up. So this goes off the board, we get Succulents back in, we sell the Vial of Blood. We go Andy, I think. Like, I've taken Finn a lot, he's improved the bird a lot. I don't know. 20 is still a relevant amount at this point in the game. If I'm trying to go Diamond Victory, the Finn value never falls off. And at this point, we are trying to go Diamond Victory. Celestial is not it. We are going to random the Cold Room.
And time is my paint.
That's really good. Isn't that like, yeah, haste 2 items for 3 seconds on a relatively fast thing? That's solid. Sell that to make room for the cash register. 2 win Dooley, and I've got my enchant and he hasn't died yet? That looks like a win to me.
See these tusks, right?
Let's not count our chickens just yet, but it looks good. Force Field. No crazy immediate shields. Shielded Metronome is spooky, I'll give it that. Shielded Metronome probably means I'm dead. The freezing is pretty relevant. It is the reason I have any chance, but I don't think I really have a chance. It's just, Shielded Metronome is so fucking bad. Cold Room's the only thing keeping me alive. Oh my god, do we actually somehow win this? I've gotta thank Cold Room. It's the only reason we lived long enough to build the burn high enough to deal with this. That's incredible. Cold Room, what the fuck? Also, it sped up my build massively because of the haste enchant, which is huge on a Matchbox. Clicking recap, it froze 14 items. And looking at his board, you can see that 2 of his 5 items are the ones that directly kill me. We took 4.7k damage, about 84 regen here, generated 6,000 health on the bird. You know, flat scaling's not great. You want it to go up and up and up and be exponential and like link together to multiply each other. But sometimes you just get enough flat value, right? Bird's putting the run on its back, apparently. You could say I'll have to eat crow about what I said at the start of the run. I mean, we just go Artisan Dunes and take 2 burn on the Matchbox. It's a tremendous amount more damage. Herma's not great, but she can upgrade Cold Room, and it's a really good item. It scales so well with level. Like, it's not good at silver, but at gold and diamond, it's still incredible. Yeah, I'm happy to roll here. Damn shame.
Are you sure
I probably only won that fight because of the turbo enchant. I'm really glad I prioritized based on level. Put this back in. Succulent's just getting shafted in terms of its scaling this run. This is weapon, tool, property. No, vehicle. And of the three, I've only got a tool, and it's not even something I want on my board, so I'm gonna go weapons platform. Useless. Generically good, I'd be happy to take Kenai. I don't think I care about anything else on this board, so it's basically Kenai or gold. Just don't give me distributed system, please. Also, the bird's doing a not insubstantial amount of burn. It's essentially burn 3. I was gonna say it's probably my second highest burn output item, but looking at Steam Ladle, I don't think that's true. It scaled up a little bit more than I thought it might. Checking recap. Matchbox is 160. Steam Ladle's 154. Hot Stones are 9. They're pretty terrible. And the bird is actually 39. So right now, my worst items by far are obviously Succulents and Hot Stones. Those are both very, very replaceable. Heal and regen skills, I think, are pretty much bait. Same with shield skills. Because generally all the crazy skills for those involve syncing with weapons. Defensive stance, sharp corners, endurance. I don't have weapons. I'm never gonna have weapons. The issue is that pig skills also are just bad. Like, the best pig skills, not that there are many, are the ones that rely on you having small numbers of items or weapons. I'm just gonna take heal skills and try to get more flat value on the bird.
Goes beyond what we call medicine. And
I just want to drop Succulents now and take follow-up here. Like, literally any small item, get Succulents out. Kina, get in on this. Kina, what the fuck? These are huge. I think that's just a roll. I know Ledger can be good, but I have no property to scale and no space in my stash. So that's a roll. VIP pass is not what I was looking for either. To be fair though, the Succulents and Hot Stones are both slow and bad. It's a lot of regen out of the sauna. Every time the bird goes off, every time the matchbox goes off. It's a multicast on the bird. Like, these are genuinely bad items. That's the thing. Is sauna great? No, but it's a multicast on the crazy bird. It gets all of the healing stacked on the bird. I'm happy with that. Bronze tier items is never going to get the matchbox that low. It's like 2 and 3% on wings and feathers. Temp boost health is probably the way to go. I've got a pretty defensive build. And these guys are out for good. They're not coming back. Yeah, temp boost health. 400 health is a meaningful shot at surviving something I otherwise wouldn't. Dead Vanessa on 3 wins. They're a grand founder. They're not new to the game.
Boring.
Gunner, heated shells. Are we doing blunderbuss stuff? No, we're just doing wide weapon Vanessa, and those are big fucking numbers. I think we're fine. The bird's flat value is incredibly high. The heavy gun is a bit of a problem, but thankfully I am I'm scaling his damage to charge the cold room. We appear to just be fine. The flat value on the bird and the regen from the cold room are both massive. He runs out of ammo and we win. I was definitely scared for a while there. Oh, he still dies before Sandstorm, despite all of that slow. I want to get a check on how much health the bird generated me. For a while there, we were at like 2,000 in the middle, I think. Hey, bird, what did you do? Oh, you doubled my health? 3,000 healing out of the sauna, too. Yeah, like, the bird build is a lot better than I gave it credit for, because I haven't been playing with the new properties. Because, yes, these make medium vendors worse, but if you're all in on specifically the bird, then these are medium properties that have the same game plan of stalling out and scaling damage over time. Nice. Previously, I was really looking for Ice Luge, but at this point, would Ice Luge even clearly be good? I'd have to drop like Steam Ladle or Marbles. And it wouldn't be Marbles, it would be the Steam Ladle. I could also drop ATM for 2 items, that's an option. Anyway, regardless, we're going to JJ. These stores suck.
Place, right?
So do those items. Yeah, sure. The ATM upgrade's just better.
Sad to say goodbye.
This is one of the weirder builds I've gone 10 wins on. It's not something I think of when I think of pig builds at all. Like, these aren't what I think of as fast items. I just made the bird fast and put everything in on the bird. What am I scaling right now? Crystal Bonsai's fine.
I would never debase my wares by haggling.
Diamond bird, you know he's earned it.
Wanna buy that?
How could I say no?
Excellent choice.
A part of me wants to put the gold bonsai in on my PvP fight when I go diamond win. Just pure psychopath behavior. Haste adjacent properties for 2 seconds. That's clearly worse than Steam Ladle, right? Yeah, 100%. Not gonna buy any of that. Just not helpful. We bring the Crystal Bonsai in, we crush Lord Arkin, no problem at all. Juggler means nothing, I have no large properties. If I'm somehow wrong and we die to this guy, I'll be fucking astounded. But you would think Gatling Gun feeds in pretty poorly to a cold room. And I would very much like to get either a huge pile of gold or Unwavering. Those are both massive hits. Would I ever run the Eclipse just as my build is fast? No, it's not that fast. It's also not a property, which is kind of important. Yeah, I'm just out-shielding Lord Arkin. And considering I've had builds that died to this guy before, I'm very happy with that. I mean, it's literally 900 shield every 5 seconds. No scaling, just flat, just pure investment into bird. I talked so much shit about the little guy. I didn't believe at all, and clearly I was a fool. Thrusters actually seem good, right? You put them in here. Matchbox goes down to 3.3. It can't charge, like it's all internal cooldown with charges at some point. So it'll get charged 1 second at 0.2, 2 seconds at 0.4, 3 seconds at 0.6, and then it's done the 0.3 itself. So that actually gets Matchbox down to 3 charges. It also makes Cold Room go off disproportionately fast. I think that's the play. I think it's better than Steam Ladle. No, Steam Ladle scales with Burn. What am I... Have you seen how big the Steam Ladle number gets? What are you saying? Assuming that I am charge capped, that just like this is getting charged on internal cooldown, which might not be true. But assuming that's the case, that's 33% more use as a Matchbox. Steam Ladle has to do a lot to outscale that, man. And I don't think it does. And it gets me more Cold Room, which disrupts my opponent more. I don't think I need the Ladle. I think if the match is going long enough for Ladle to scale, I'm already winning.
A business partner who's as motivated as me.
Now, what did we hit? Truffles? Well, obviously it's right to put that there. Tip boost health, diamond victory, let's go, right? That's all it is? Fine. I can get anything at Pearl, but I can also just go to Kina and not lose all my money. What item do I even want at Pearl? Fiber optics. I'll go to Pearl, I've got so much money.
Fumes? Where shall we start?
Nope. Still no. Cold leg brace on day 10 on the verge of diamond victory? I don't think so. Hard pass. When you freeze poison 10. It's kind of not the thing that I'm doing. Like, Black Ice is cool and it's at diamond. I don't think this has any use for me. None of this does. But Black Ice is definitely cool. Why buy the shipment when I could just keep going, right? Oh, so I'd have to drop something for shipment, which I don't want to do. Yep, let's keep rolling. Shielded Pig's Gem. I had that just now. It was a great item. But not for this run. Sad to say no to Diamond Fiery Succulents. Gold Hot Stones aren't terrible, but probably just worse than Thrusters. It's getting pretty expensive. Gold Hammer. I'll take that. And I'm selling the Succulents because at this point I'd rather... it was wrong, but like I'm running out of space in the cash register anyway. I'm probably not going to have it at the monster fight, and the ultimate gold value difference probably won't matter. Speaking of, same with business card. There's 1 day left. It's not going to affect whether I level or not. Let's get the gold. Dead Pig versus Nearly Diamond Victory Pig. Let's see how he's scaling. Let's see what his backup plan is. What have you been doing while you died? You've been building a crook, belt, Gatling gun, crook, atlatl, no caltrops. Big fucking atlatl though, but the cloak doesn't do a whole lot for it. I think he's just dead to cold room. Like, our shield value on the bird's crazy. Cold room is serious disruption and he burns down, right? I mean, the crook is a lot of healing, admittedly. But as the Gatling gun gets faster, so does my cold room. Like, this is actually making his board worse. If he just had these 2 items in the belt, I think his chance of winning might... Like, I think if this were any passive item, especially caltrops, he'd have a chance of winning. But this is just charging my cold room progressively faster and faster. It's not a problem. Yeah, no, I disagree with the idea that cold room is bad. It's bad at silver, that's true. Cold room is very good, though. 3 experience off of getting it to diamond and being even more fucked up. Oh man, the bird's so insane. I've never just went fully into a bird for flat scaling. Like, I've had builds that scaled bird before with like yo-yo endurance. I've never had bird just be good enough at a baseline to keep me alive through like 200 damage Shattered Cloak at Lattle indefinitely. This healed me for 6,000 from my burns. This healed 4,000 and shielded 5,000. ATM's here. He's helping. He's turning the burn on a little bit. That's all that's happening there. But Turbo Cold Room, man, froze 14 items, hasted 14 of my own, gave me 84 regen. I think the thrusters were the right call for my last item slot. I was really unclear on that. 27 triggers on a matchbox. It was faster than my 4x multicast bird. Feel pretty good about that. Also, marbles were pretty good. I don't think they actually mattered because he was permanently hasted on the Atlatl anyway, but that's still a lot of triggers on marbles, which is in turn a lot of triggers on matchbox. He also had terrible skills. He has Paralyzing Rush, Long Stride, which is alright, Hotspot, which is useless, it's not even doing anything on his build, Left-handed, Peacewise, Snowstorm. He just got absolutely robbed on skills, whereas I'm probably only alive because all of my skills funneled into this ridiculous bird. This is so weird. I think Diamond Victories do this a lot, where you find something really strong and you lean into it very hard, but it's not traditionally strong. The stuff that you think of as defining a meta, that's usually not what Diamond Victories are, because it's usually not something that you can reliably go 10-0 on. In my experience, Diamond Victories, I can't highlight half my items. This bug's happening again. Oh, it's small items I can't highlight when this bug is happening, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. It's happened to me on my last run too. But my experience with Diamond Victories is usually just like this, where you have one really, really strong thing that you're leaning into with your entire build, supported by something else. I really severely underestimated this bird. I thought it would be fine, I really did. I was like, it's not worth 12 gold and 3 income, but it'll make my build a little bit stronger, especially if I find good matchbox stuff. I did not think I'd specifically find items that only worked in any context with the bird for the first 3 days, only be offered skills that worked with the bird before I found a matchbox, and then have to jank together a bird plus matchbox stall build. But like, no, I underestimated the bird. Admittedly, he has plus 20, plus 65, plus 85 healing, and plus 30 shield, and I think I went defense 3 times for another plus 60 healing. And I've got 3 properties to give him 4 multicast. But except for the ATM, these properties aren't just here for the bird, right? The sauna was doing insane amounts of healing, almost as much as the bird. The cold room was doing tons of disruption, tons of haste, tons of regeneration, just incredibly valuable in general. Except for the ATM, and nothing is just here for the bird. The build just really fits together very nicely. The bird is a strong enough starting item. I didn't think of it as a high roll. I'm not convinced it is, but it's good enough. Also, Counter-Strike was here. I think this is actually at its best in a one weapon build for all the same reasons as Alacrity and Flurry of Blows. But it still helps my build start just that little bit faster, which is helpful. Also of note, the bird is burning for 12 every 5 seconds, which is a little bit better than not burning for 12. But yeah, just a very different twist on a matchbox build. I've never seen a starting bird go this hard, and you bet your ass he was in the thumbnail. I didn't think that would be the case at the start of the video, but yeah, he earned it. Best bird I've ever had. Because all of my other good birds were actually just endurance targets. They weren't really good because it was the bird. This is just the bird hard carrying. I haven't really seen that since the dude got 2x multicast. Anyways, that's all for now. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.